Welcome everyone to the Prem Show. I'm your host, Jason Gore, and I'm proud to present the official studio of the Prem Show. Anyway, last time out, we looked at the transfer activity of the top four and how they have recruited players that can help push for the Premier League. It's already shaping up to be an Arsenal versus Liverpool duel for the title, with Chelsea and Man City chasing them. But what about the other end of the table? The financial difference between the Prem and the Championship is growing at an insane and alarming rate. This has seen all three promoted teams to be relegated 2 seasons in a row. This forces promoted clubs to spend big, but does not confirm survival. To start, we're going to look at Championship winners Leeds. Leeds steamrolled the Championship as they accumulated 100 points alongside Burnley. They already do have quality players such as Daniel James, Ethan Mpadu, but their main man is Joel Pyro, a striker closing in on his peak and scored 19 goals in the Championship last season. If he can convert those numbers in the Premier League remains a question, but last year's goals were barely scored by any of the 3 promotion clubs. So if they have Pyro leading the line, that could propel them away from the drop. Leeds have needed to add more to the squad to have a chance of survival like all other promoted clubs. And they have the clearest plan: make everyone as built as possible. What I mean by this is that all their signings are over 6 foot, such as Longstaff, Nemeka, Bono and Stach. This won't solve other tactical weaknesses, most notably their high line, which can be exposed quickly by counterattacks. But teams in the Premier League still heavily use physicality to beat their opponents, often being called the most physical league in the world. So this can churn out results. This will make them more accustomed to the Prem, as manager Daniel Farr focused on possession-based football. If he can match with a physically fit team, they could perform better than teams like Wolves, West Ham and Everton. If they hit the ground running, they do have a shot at survival. A team who finished second in the Championship, even though they matched Leeds' dominance, is Burnley. Their last time in the Premier League saw them really struggle to adapt to the way that teams press their defence. Because of this, they made the wise addition of Kyle Walker from Man City for £5 million. A player past his peak but provides an abundance of experience, being in the Man City team that won everything back in 2023. His pace will be an asset even if it is declining. Burnley have strengthened out wide with signings such as Marcus Edwards, Jaden Anthony and Tuna, spending £34 million on the wingers. Edwards is a player who carries the ball and isn't afraid to take people on. He will be a nightmare for opposition fullbacks, and Anthony provides a great mix of ball carrying and pressing. Burnley have strengthened an area of the pitch that lacked creativity, as the sides focused on a rigid defensive structure and direct play. I think these signings could make Burnley an exciting team to watch in the Premier League, with fluid attacks, great play and some good goals. But I'm not really convinced that they have done enough to stay up in the Premier League, considering they have sold James Trafford to Man City for £27 million. A goalie who struggled in the Premier League last time. However, last campaign he rejuvenated his reputation as he claimed 29 clean sheets in the Championship and only conceded 16 goals. I predict Burnley to finish 19th or 20th this campaign. I just don't feel like they have enough depth to really fight for survival. Just out of the promoted clubs is promotion playoff victors Sunderland. After Tom Watson's late winner earned Sunderland a 2-1 win over Sheffield United, Sunderland claimed promotion to the Premier League. They have been active in the transfer market, and they've had to be, as Tom Watson has departed to Brighton for £12 million, and Joe Bellingham has left to Dortmund for a sum of £30.5 million. This has led to some transfer action in the midfield, as Leverkusen invincible Granit Xhaka joins for 15 mil. As an Arsenal fan myself, I love Xhaka. He is a good DM with an absolute rocket of a left foot. He's recovered from his behavioural issues that stripped him of Arsenal captaincy in 2019. He provides real experience, as he's played 225 Premier League games, and he has been under the tutelage of Mikel Arteta, Xabi Alonso and Unai Emery, who are all world-class Spanish managers. He can dictate tempo and provide some game-changing goals for the club. This is a great pickup for Sunderland. Habib Diarra and Enzo Lafay have also came in to strengthen the midfield. Diarra, an all-round midfielder coming in from Strasbourg for £31.5 million. He is in the higher percentile for progressive carries, touches in the penalty area and progressive passes. He will help drive Sunderland's attack forward. And Lafay comes in for Roma for £23 million. He is in the top percentile for defensive attributes such as tackles, interceptions and blocks, as well as passes attempted. He will be the heart of Sunderland's midfield. Lastly, they have signed Brighton winger Simon Adingra for £24.4 million, an exciting flare-filled winger who will make the Sunderland attack exciting. However, they only did score 58 goals across the last campaign, and their top scorer, Wilson Isidore, scored only 13 goals. I believe they'll have a higher quality midfield but lack goals similar to Leicester last year, leading them to relegation. I do believe the quality of these three teams are higher than last year, as last year the three promoted clubs really struggled to make an impact on the Premier League, as other teams around them were not in fear of relegation due to the poor form of the promoted teams. But how do you think the relegation battle will go down? Will all three clubs go back down, or will there be a surprise? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the show. If so, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more of the show. Goodbye from me.